All right, it's time for Join Us Interactive, and Aisha Ibrahim has joined me. Hello, Aisha.
Hello, Israel, and how are you,
I'm
Israel?
well. I'm well. How about you too?
I'm good. I was enjoying that conversation by
Merci,
Nessie
excuse
Siedu there.
Granted, I need to be to a delay.
It sounded very good, and I'm sure her husband will feel fly
Oh yeah.
because she can't see, she
But
can't
she also
hear.
talks about her assets.
Yes, her assets. Yeah, she does, Israel.
Would you
Yeah.
want to talk about your?
No. It's a throne TV, take me there. I knew where you were coming from. All right. So you know how to join this conversation. It's on facebook.com/Joy News on TV and on Twitter. It's on Joy News on TV. And you know the rules, no harsh words. Let's make it tight and have a beautiful conversation. Now, it's the Instagram post that got everybody talking. John Dumelo posted a picture of the KNUST graduate and captioned it, "I just saw a KNUST graduate hawking bread." What went wrong? That's his question. There's the picture on your screen now. I'm sure. Okay, that's it. That's a picture John Dumelo posted earlier. But John Dumelo later apologized, but not before social media descended heavily on him and criticized him. We'll be trying to reach the man.
Kokuvito.
Yeah, on the phone to get his reactions to this apology. But let's hear from you on the street.
So this is the picture of the young graduate who was spotted selling bread in Kumasi. And John Dumelo wrote under, "Just saw a KNUST grad hawking in traffic. What went wrong?"
Nothing went wrong. There are a lot of guys who are out of school and in the informal sector trying to make some good for themselves. And so I think that was a bit prejudicial on his part to have posted that comment, because it does not send out the actual picture of who that guy is, what business he's doing. Apparently, I understand that he's even the owner of that business. And so he's actually doing some good for himself. He's not allowing only his laborers or his employees to be on the street hawking. He's there with them. There's nothing wrong with this.
All right, so let me ask you, did anything go wrong here?
Nothing went wrong in my own view. Nothing went wrong because after listening to the documentary, listening to the audio, I realized, it's his own business. And even if, let's assume, even if the guy is not a graduate, he's trying to, create some kind of employment for some people.
But then wait, he's hawking on the streets. KMA, they are doing all these decongestion exercises. Isn't he rather hurting his own cause?
There's two sides of the coin. We have the negatives and the positive. But the positives, outshines or overweighs the negative. I think he's doing something better. After, in the long run, he's not stealing. He's just trying to, do some business and trying to make ends meet. If he has stolen something, that one will have hit hard on him. But this one, he's a graduate. We don't know if he has other business that he's doing. He's a CEO of the A1 bakery, and he's creating employment just to try and make ends meet. That's my own opinion.
Hey, interesting, John Dumelo. But why did he even get himself into this controversy? Because it was just recently that he had his own issues,
Well,
and
yeah, I mean,
it's dying out slowly. Why don't you let sleeping dogs lie? Let's check what you've been saying on Facebook.
Adobia Marshall says, "Come to think of this, anybody who sees the graduate on the street trying to make ends meet raises an eyebrow. One is amazed. Fortunately or unfortunately, he took a pic and posted on social media. The guy is even gone up another level thanks to John. Some casa too much. Divine Jakpa, in life there are only two things that you can do: selling or buying. And salesmen make money than buyers. All billionaires in the world have something they're offering for sale to billions of people. Dangote sells virtually everything you can think of now in Ghana. Kwame Despite does same. But what we need to understand is that selling does not mean you have to personally carry things on your head, because it is too dangerous for many reasons. So you've said a whole lot more. We can't take all that. So Nuba Lanan says, Abdul says, Ghanaian media, what is wrong with what Dumelo did? If at all he did it, I think he's on point. Now let's hold on. We're told that we have Kweku Vito, the A1 Baker on the line. Hello, Kweku.
Yeah, hello.
All right, so thank you very much for making time to speak with us. How are things going for you right now?
So it's okay.
All right, I can imagine, I mean, you're feeling so fantastic because everybody's talking
With
about
this
you.
new fame.
Well, I'm not really a social media person. I'm not really. I don't really like. I'm not really. Like I'm not really moved by such stuff.
All that's happening
You know,
on social media, you're not crazy about it.
No, like I stay in my corner. I just live my own my life.
All right, but it's translating into sales for you, isn't it?
Oh, the demand is really coming.
Oh, I mean, you must be excited about it, Kweku.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited.
All right.
Yes.
So what
But I'm not the social media craze. No.
Yeah. All right. Now, what you make of you? I'm sure you know by now that John Dumelo. He says he's called you.
Yes, please. And today he was interviewed on OKFM, and I was on OKFM.
Okay.
And yes.
What did he tell you when he called you?
Oh, he tried cracking, being a bit jovial, and personally I was a bit relaxed. I didn't want to say much, but then later, we're all guys, so it turned into something okay.
Okay. All right, but so essentially you've accepted his apology. I'd want to
Sure. I'm a guy, and he's also a guy, so.
Yeah. We guys, we understand stuff like that, right?
And he said that he wants to join me on the street too. So
Oh wow.
and I think he had it wrong. Yes.
Okay, yeah. So is he coming to join you to hawk, in a symbolic gesture?
But Kweku, did that in any way change your mind of going to the streets to hawk?
No. Yesterday I was at Atomic Junction. Yesterday, from like 12 to like 7, 8 p.m. I was there. We're selling throughout the whole day.
Okay.
Throughout the whole afternoon. Yes.
Kweku, I've seen billboards of your business, A1, all over the town in Kumasi. Giant billboards. So why did you decide that you have to roll up your sleeves and get onto the streets?
Oh, see that those things happen in Kumasi, and I'm in Accra now. We are introducing the A1 brand. Later we introduce the Anti-Mary brand here too. But I decided, I realized that I wanted to get to motivate my people my people who are working. I wanted to get close to them. I wanted to understand the whole hawking thing. I wanted to understand the whole selling in the sun and what they really go through, like how people humiliate them, how people, whether people will really accept it. And see, sometimes maybe someone will say, oh, the market is slow. Here the market is good, so I really wanted to know where the market would be okay, and if they say this market is not good, then I can testify, or I can say no, that here if we push well, it will be okay. So I just wanted to have a first hand knowledge of the
what
market.
It is like. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What was your first reaction when you said you're not big on social media, but I'm sure somebody then probably called you to tell
I'm
you.
on social media, but I'm not really a fan.
Okay.
Of the hype.
How did you get to know about the post by John Dumelo?
Oh, yes. The Saturday morning, a friend of mine called me that A+ is asking for my number from him, and that he saw a post on Instagram by John Dumelo. So, I wrote a comment, and A+ is asking for my number from him. So should he give my number to A+? I said, oh yeah. So that's when I got to know about it.
Okay, so what was your first reaction when you saw the post?
I'm a very relaxed guy. I'm really relaxed in whatever happens. So okay. I was relaxed. Before then I haven't heard of any business of John Dumelo. So I thought it as because people have laughed at me since I started this whole bakery.
Yeah.
And like since I started to be so, like, you know, when people mock at me, and you know, it's good when people are saying that it's not good, you know, or when people look down on it, then that's when I'm sure you can find the money at.
Yeah. How delicious is your bread? 10 seconds.
It's like it's the best bread you can get in Ghana.
Well,
It's really rich and it's really tasty.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure tomorrow Wednesday I'll bring you samples.
Oh, nice. Thank you very much, Kekuvitus. We'll be expecting that. And thank you very much for making time.
That's a very good businessman, Angel.
Oh, yeah.
He's
Oh, yeah,
a very
Kweku.
good businessman. I think a lot of businessmen should learn from him to go on the street to actually understand what
have a
goes
feel.
on there.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Me too, Chairman. Let's check what people are saying on Facebook.
All right, so one final comment. Dumelo is Ghanaian media. What is wrong with what Dumelo did? If at all he did it, I think he's on point. Dumelo, if you can, please, let's raise a big billboard and put the guy's picture and write the exact stuff you posted as well. Anyone can go burn the sea. Opinions are like noses. Social media is about society, and that's a sad story of our society. Graduates struggling after school is sad to our educational systems and our economy. Okay, Nubalanan, I'm sure you know by now that the story is not exactly the way you understand it. He's not a struggling graduate.
Yes.
So,
he's
okay.
actually doing well. Berima Kwabaji from Junior said, I sincerely think he never meant to malign anyone. He only sought to portray the kind of country we live in where you are bonded to learn as a nurse, yet you complete school and you have to demonstrate to be employed. You finish your degree and you're asked to plan for food and you're employed there. We must stop being hypocrites. Well, I'm sure you also know by now that it's not actually what you think. Also, a popular pastor has warned women who are not married to their boyfriends to desist from sleeping over at their boyfriends' houses and behaving like wives. By this, he means girlfriends should not have intercourse with their boyfriends, cook or clean for them, because when they do, they will have nothing new to offer their husbands when they actually get married. In fact, the pastor says, and I quote, the law of diminishing returns will have set in when the marriage comes in. Interesting, isn't it? Now, question I ask, what's your take on this? Do you agree with the pastor or not?
It's the same thing you're going to do, so I don't think there's nothing new coming in the relationship or in the marriage.
So, any personal relationship, any personal experience, or do you know someone who has gone through something like that?
No personal experience.
But you've seen it happen.
Yeah, I've seen it happen.
What exactly happened to the person?
Nothing. I would say sometimes the marriage gets bored. Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you: do you think a marriage gets boring just because at first, when you went there, you sleep, you cuddle, then you clean up, and then you get married, and it's like, oh, it's completely normal?
Yeah, very sure. Because I think it's very boring because you see, the guy gets to see you do all those things all the time, even during the relationship, all these things. The lady does that all the time. So the guy gets used to it. So when he gets to marriage, okay, the guy will be like, no, this thing you've been doing, I've been seeing it all the time. So probably you'll be like, oh no, this is of no use.
No, but what if she learns new tricks? Then what?
Well, if she learns it, then it's a plus. But if not, then it can work.
Okay, so let me ask you. Maybe from yourself, or you have a girlfriend who has gone through a situation like that. Well, yes, they slept over, they did whatever they did. There was cleaning, there was cooking, there was kissing. I don't need all the details, but now they are married. Aren't they happy in their marriage?
Yeah, they are, but it depends. Sometimes you can bring something new at other times too, or I think it's the same thing. You'll be doing the thing over and over again, so there is nothing so much to offer in there, but I think you can spice it a bit too.
Okay, so how do we do with the spicing a bit?
For that, I can't really tell. It depends on the lady. She is the one there, so she have to just bring a new thing to the relationship. Since the thing is just a one-way thing, since from the dating now they are married, there is nothing there again. So I think she should add something to it to make it lively again.
Okay, so there we have single ladies trying to, give advice to married people how to spice up their marriage. Okay, thank you.
But see, one school of thought will be like, look, rice is rice, but you can prepare rice in so many ways. So if you used to prepare rice, maybe jollof when you were a girlfriend. When you got married, you want to prepare fried rice or rice water or something like that.
Rice water.
Rice porridge.
Judicial Sudre says, I agree with the pastor, but I was expecting him or her to tell the men also to stop behaving as fathers by giving their girlfriends money. Oh no! Always whilst they're not married, because they need to save their money in order to cater for their future wives. Otherwise, a lot of diminishing returns will set in, and there will be nothing new to be giving money to their wives.
And Babaki Asame says, this is very true. Our marriages these days are always in shambles because there's no fun. After marriage, before the couple go on honeymoon, after the marriage, they already had several honeymoons before the real honeymoon. So where is the fun in this marriage? Aputo. And those are some interesting comments. And finally, a man who bears a striking resemblance to former U.S. President Barack Obama often gets mocked by fans who want to take pictures with him. And the question I ask, if you had the opportunity to choose anyone famous to look like, who would you choose and why?
President Barack Obama lookalike has been mobbed recently for, people trying to take selfies with him and take his autograph because he looks so much like, Barack Obama. So today I'm asking, if you had to look like anybody in this world, who would you choose and why?
I would choose Mr. Kwabena Yeboah of Sports Highlights, GTV. I think I would like to do sports. He's one of the veterans in Ghana. He has really taken sports journalism to a high level. And looking at the kind of perseverance that he did and his journey has been so fantastic. I would like to be like Kwabena Yeboah. He's my famous man.
Okay, how about you?
Okay, so I'm going to the graveyard. So Whitney Houston, because I wish she was still alive. So knowing what happened to her and her lifestyle, I would wish to be like her and then correct my mistake and then see how long I could live from what she had. Yes.
So alive or dead, who would you choose to look like?
I would want to look like the greatest of all time, Michael Jordan, because of his influence in the game of basketball, what he has achieved so far with the game, his influence and what he has done and still doing in the game of basketball. So I will choose Michael Jordan.
So will it be a sports star or a celebrity? Let me ask.
Me, I'm going the Ghanaian way. I would like to choose Sandra Nkobia because I want to be like her. I want to be a lawyer. I just like her personality.
And you want to look like her so people can see you and take selfies with you?
Yeah, why not? I want to be like her.
Let's go straight to Facebook.
Baya Jeremiah says, my famous personality is going for eternity. I wish to resemble late Muammar Gaddafi of Libya. He laid a strong foundation for a viable and affordable telecommunication services across Africa at a time when Africans were completely disconnected.
Nazir Hassan says, I would have chosen to be like Muammar Gaddafi. Why? Because he fought and did everything possible to defend and save his people and his country from hypocrites. But the few gullible Libyans rather helped his enemies to bring him down, and they're now paying dearly for their hypocrisy. I think Muammar Gaddafi is doing the trick on Facebook.
Yeah. All right, so here's a picture of the day gay hey girls be like. So they put some cookie in a plate and then they have to use cutlery to take it. Really?
Like seriously?
Gay hey girls. Is it really what you do? Or people are just picking on you? Maybe people are just picking on you.
And on that gay note, we come to the end of the interactive segment. Don't forget, PM Express comes up shortly. Some damning revelations. And what's going on? You don't want to miss this. My name is Aisha Ibrahim. Have a good evening.